Hi, I'm Andy Harrington, and this is my story. My story begins at a Tony Robbins seminar. I'm there with my partner. She's had some challenges, and that's why I brought her. And as luck would have it, in this Tony Robbins event, he chose her to work with one-on-one in one of his now famous live interventions. In this one intervention, her life completely changes. She quits being a victim and being controlled by her past. And I remember thinking to myself at the time, this is just incredible that there's an expert here, someone who's got this knowledge and know-how, and just for the use of sharing information in an organised way, he's been able to transform someone's life. And I remember thinking to myself, wow, this is incredible. What a shame that I didn't know about this, that other people don't know about this, that we happened to it by chance. How many other people are suffering like this, that are needlessly suffering? And I remember thinking to myself, well, actually, Andy, maybe that's why you're here. Maybe it's meant to be you. Maybe you're meant to be up there, on that big stage somewhere, alongside of Tony Robbins. Maybe you could do something similar in your country. Maybe you've done the same. Maybe you've had challenges and difficulties in your past, and maybe you've got distinctions. Maybe you've got know-how. Maybe you've got answers that other people need those answers too. And the thing is, today, with the use of the internet, it's now possible to reach out to find literally thousands of people where you can get paid for sharing your advice. But at the time, for me, like most of us, we don't think we're good enough. We don't think that we're enough to be able to help other people. I remember thinking to myself, well, look, no one's going to listen to me. I can't be like a Tony Robbins. Look at him, look at you. And Tony Robbins is like 6'7". And I'm thinking like, Andy, look, no one's going to listen to you. Look, his teeth are bigger than you. It's stupid, isn't it? The things that we make excuses to why we can't do what we want to do. For me, I thought I was just too small. I thought I had to be 6'7" to be successful. So I forgot about the idea completely. And about 6 months later, we had another seminar in this series that we'd booked with Tony Robbins. This one was called Date with Destiny. And again, it's a big arena. We've gone now to Hilton Head Island in South Carolina. And towards the end of the event, the idea is you're meant to pair up with a stranger, someone you don't know, and you're meant to become really intimate with them. And what I mean by that is get in the intimate zone, sit really close to them and stare directly into their eyes and send them all this love and compassion and be really present, which is something we really don't do, I guess, for many people, really. It's not an experience we're used to. I have to admit, I'm a bit slow in finding my partner, and suddenly what happens, I realise that the exercise has begun and there's nobody left in the room that is free to be my partner. And I realise in this huge room, the only person left that doesn't have a partner is Tony Robbins. Now, if you've been to a Tony Robbins seminar, you'll know he has security guards all around, stopping people from, going up and talking to him. But I'm on a mission, and I walk up to that stage, and I motioned to Mr. Robbins, would he be my partner? To my complete surprise, he agreed. And I got to have 5 minutes with Tony Robbins, a real expert that changed my life, because in that moment, I was literally so overcome with emotion. I was so relieved, I think. Just the moment it hit me that all these things that had happened, everything that happened in my life had all led to this moment. And I realised in that moment, this is why I was here. This was my time. I was meant, all the stuff I'd been through, my partner had uniquely qualified me to help other people to overcome their challenges and their frustrations. And that's true for all of us, I think, is that, we go through life and we have all this vast experience because we have problems that we have to overcome. And what I've come to realise now is that there are people out there that are willing to pay you to know what you know, to be able to do what you can do, to save them time or worry or effort or pain, and you can really help them. And all this stuff hit me in that moment, and I made a life-changing decision because I was crying. I was so overcome with emotions. I stared into Tony Robbins' eyes. I was literally weeping with relief. But then he started crying as well, and it was a surreal moment. I'll never forget it. In that moment, I made a life-changing decision. So I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I'm going to help people. I'm going to help them with what I know, with my expertise of what I've been through. I probably have to learn some more stuff. I probably have to get better, but I'm going to do it somehow. I'm going to figure it out. And that's what I learned how to do. And now I've been helping other people around the world to become better public speakers, to be able to present, because I'd learned how to do that, because through trial and terror, I'd kind of learned how to become a professional speaker. And now I'm so fortunate that I actually got to share the stage with Tony Robbins himself. 10,000 people, I shared the stage with Tony Robbins, the guy that got me started in the first place. And of course, I've had the chance now to share the stage with other incredible people as well. So Richard Branson a number of times, Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Steve Wozniak, the co-founder of Apple. It's just been an incredible journey. And I got to share the stage with people that I once looked up to. I remember going to a Brian Tracy seminar years ago, and I got to share the stage with Brian Tracy. Recently shook his hand at dinner. We shared dinner together, and that's a little story in itself, because when I was at his seminar, when I went to shake his hand as a young man, he pulled his hand away and berated me for the wet fish handshake that I'd given him. And so I made sure when I shared the stage with Brian later on that I gave a nice firm handshake and told him that story. And other people that are great authors, like a Jack Canfield or John D. Martini of The Secret, or Bob Proctor, just experts in their own right, that because I became an expert, because I was willing and brave enough to get my message out there and help other people, that I had the opportunity to share the stage with those people as well. And that's what I'd like to do for you. That's what I'd love to do, is to share with you how you can take your knowledge and know-how and package it up into expert knowledge and answers that other people can then access and then implement into their lives or their business or their body or their relationship or whatever area of life that you need to give them answers in. I want to share with you how to go about doing exactly that, because you never know where it's going to take you. Your greatest threat to you doing this is you just thinking, I'm not good enough. You're thinking that I'm not enough of an expert. You comparing yourself to somebody that's already doing it better than you already. That's an unfair comparison. You don't need to compare yourself. The question to ask yourself is, are you an expert at least compared to somebody else? Are you an expert compared to the person that you're going to be helping? And if you are, then you can help them. Then you've got to do everything in your power to do that. And you can create a really fantastic lifestyle business around that as well. You never know where it will take you. The finish of the story is that this all started with me staring into Tony Robbins' eyes and making a decision right there and then I was going to be an expert. And just a few years ago, I said I spoke alongside Bill Clinton. I was invited afterwards to a dinner with Bill Clinton, and Bill Clinton was doing a speech, and guest of honor at the top table was Tony Robbins. At 6'7", Tony Robbins is huge even when he's sitting down. You see, I had at this point spoken alongside Tony Robbins twice, alongside him in London with Richard Branson, and a different time alongside Donald Trump. And the thing is, I'd never got to speak to him. I'd never got to share the story. I'd never got to say thank you. So as soon as Clinton finished up his speech, I made a beeline straight to see Tony Robbins. I tapped him on the shoulder. He turned around and stood up. And I proceeded to tell him the story that I've told you. And it was amazing because it didn't occur to me at the time, but somebody captured it on a photograph, and then it occurred to me afterwards. I look at it, this is where it all began. I was staring into Tony Robbins' eyes in that experience, that exercise that we did, and that's where I made my life-changing decision. And here I was again, looking into Tony Robbins' eyes. And in that moment, I realized I'd come full circle. So I guess my question is, where are you on that cycle right now? Where are you on that discovery cycle? Where are you? Because now I believe it's your time. I believe it's your moment to take your knowledge and your know-how and your experience you built up through time and turn it into value for other people. So you can get paid probably quite a lot of money for sharing your advice. And I would certainly love to help you with that. So I hope you can apply to join us at the Public Speakers University and the Professional Speakers Academy. I really hope you can apply, and I hope that you'll be able to get through the application process so that we can work together so you can truly get paid what you're really worth and have a lifestyle business where you really help other people to transform something in their lives where they're stuck at some level. I know you can do it, so please apply. I look forward to meeting you very soon. Thank you very much.